thank you for joining us for the Murray Wise Associates Land Review.
And I'm Ross Perkins, and today we're going to be talking about recent land sales and what we're seeing in the countryside in the months of March through May. Liz, what are you seeing going on in the land market right now?
Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting time of year, like it typically is. Crops are going in the ground, and so there's not a lot of transactions happening at this juncture in time. What we are seeing is that there is definitely not a lot of farmland on the market. We're seeing a typical story of supply and demand, and because of that lack of supply, the sales that we've been seeing have been what I would call, stable to also strong. As you read through the data in the MWA Land Review, there's been some sales that are at 17, 18,000 per acre, and even in Iowa, we saw one go for 22,000, which we haven't seen that number in quite some time. As we look forward, landowners that are thinking about selling are kind of just staying put for the most part right now, just because of the uncertainty in the crop markets, and also the tariff story keeps changing, every day. And so because of that, they're kind of just sitting back and waiting. But I do think that they're going to be selling some farms this fall. We've had some conversations of just kind of waiting this summer, but more shooting to put those farms on the markets this fall. So I do expect to see definitely more volume as we go into like late summer, early fall, and then into winter. So Ross, you've been out in the cab of a tractor. What have you been seeing across the countryside as far as progress in planting, and how have things just been going overall?
Yeah, so in the immediate area, I would say in central and northern Illinois, things are pretty well wrapping up on corn and soybeans. Southern Illinois, they've been kind of pestered with rains every few days. Progress is slow, things are a little more behind, and we have seen some crops that were planted into maybe suboptimal conditions, but our soils are pretty forgiving to where it'll still raise a good crop. Everything comes up like it should.
Yeah, and it seems like we're, in Illinois, we have a lot of durable soils that can really take on a lot of different weather temperatures and climates and amounts of moisture and things like that. And it seems like, for the volatile weather that we've had, going from 80 degrees for 80 to 90 degrees for an entire week down to now we're sitting in the 50s and 60s. It seems like, our crops can weather that storm, but we're definitely looking forward to trying to get some more heat, so we can get, this crop really, really starting to grow quickly.
Thanks for listening to this edition of the Murray Wise Associates Land Review. And if you're thinking about selling a farm or signing a farm up for management, now is a great time to contact one of our brokers or farm managers, as we're starting to sign things up for our fall auction season. It's never too early to get the ball rolling and get everything in place for when we get things kicked off.